Welcome thee back, adventurers, to the undiscovered country, adventures into the unknown known, where we find the unusual, the bizarre and the spooky in our everyday environment. And today we're straight into it, so hit that like and subscribe and strap in. These sorry looking remains and root system are all that's left of what must be one of the most famous trees in the English speaking world. But John, I can hear you type in the comments section. You're not in Sherwood Forest, and Robin Hood couldn't hide in that. And you'd be quite right. But a sizable 19th century family could, and in fact did, live in it. That famous nursery rhyme is actually based on the real life story of the Kenyon family, who lived here in Shining Cliff Woods in the 19th century. Elizabeth Kenyon, aka Betty Kenny, had 8 children and was known to rock them as babies in the boughs of the tree, singing to them as she worked around the tree, then comforted by the voice of one that loved them. So very unusual, quite bizarre, and a little bit spooky. But that's only the start of the strange goings-on within Shining Cliff Woods, most of which are strangely linked in some way back to the Betty Kenny tree. So my fellow adventurers, we're going to take a whistle-stop tour of the unusual, the bizarre and the spooky of Shining Cliff Woods, and I'll tell you all about the local stories, myths and legends that lie within these timeless trees.
You going to mention how old they were?
Do you think I should?
Well, it's pretty unusual for then. Good advertisement for off-grid living.
Well, I'm not really sure that there was a grid to be off back in those days, but yeah, let's do a quick one and we'll see if we can work it in somewhere. Betty Kenny is reported to have lived until she was... Oh, bum. Betty Kenny is reported to have lived until the ripe old age of... Well, it's Groundhog Day. Again.
Prefer you're lost in translation.
For relaxing times. Make it Suntory time. Okay. And would you believe it, viewers? Betty Kenny lived until the ripe old age of 88, and her husband 96. So forget veganism and yoga and go and live in the woods.
Nice. And cut.
Next up, the pond.